Hey folks, a very good evening, one and all present here. Today we have brought amazing session for you folks. So today we are going to have a chit chat with one of our very own Praveen Agarwal. He's one of the core technical member in DSC Jalandhar, NIT Jalandhar, and he's also on the DSC Solution Challenge. So we have with us Mr. Praveen Agarwal. He's a winner of DSC Solution Challenge 2020. So before we begin, I'd like to give a small introduction about Developer Student Club. So today we, Developer Student Club, Labdi Professional University, is going to give you amazing session with one of our renowned speaker, Mr. Praveen. So we DSC encourage the spirit of learning, work ethics, and collaborate with different technologies provided by Google. And also we have organized several other events for our college students and as well as the students near to our DSC. And today also we are hoping that today's session might be a wonderful eyes opening those who are willing to join DSC Solution Challenge and also Open Source Hackathon. So that's all for DSC Club. So I'll be requesting our co-host Isha Srivastava kindly give a small intro about DSC Solution Challenge 2021, and after that we'll be introducing our event today. So Isha, can you please give throw some light on it?
Yeah, sure. And thank you, both. So good evening, folks. I hope you all are doing well. I guess there's no need to start with an introduction. So before moving on with the session, let me start by giving you a brief about this exciting event, DSC Solution Challenge. So basically, this is an annual contest inviting all the students from DSC communities to participate and develop solutions using Google technologies. And this year, the motive of the DSC Solution Challenge is to solve for one or more 17 United Nations Sustainable Goals. The aim is to end up poverty, ensure prosperity, improve the lifestyle of common people, and create an impact on the society. So participating in the DSC Solution Challenge not only will teach you working in a team, but also provide an opportunity for a huge collection of free learning pathways and courses to improve your skills. Top 50 teams will get direct mentorship from Google to improve the solution to the problem. Top 10 finalists will get a 1-year subscription to Pluralsight, Google Slack-Kit, additional customized mentoring from Google, and get a chance to get featured in the Google Developers blog. And the top 3 winners will get a brand new Chromebook and a private team meeting with one of the Google executives. So the last date to submit a final working solution along with the 2-minute demo video is 31st March. Also, with this, we are organizing a 7-day technical workshop starting from 7th of March, and it will be going until 16th March. So now I'll be handing over to Bose, and he will be explaining you about the workshop to you in detail.
Okay, so I am not muted, right? Yeah. So I hope, guys, you all are waiting for Mr. Praveen to say, and hope we are not boring everybody. So yeah, so all these students, those who are willingly to join the DSC Solution Challenge, DSCLPU has brought an amazing opportunity for everybody that whether it will be a 7-day workshop irrespective of the domains like Flutter, Android, machine learning, cloud, and so on, action of Google. So I'll request everybody, those who want to join this hackathon by learning, those who are newbies, first year and second year student, try to join this session so that one of the industry professional expert will come and explain elaborately how to use that technology. So everything will be sent on our social media sites, and you will also receive a mail from our end. So let's get started for today's event. I welcome Mr. Praveen Agarwal, our very own guest. He is also the winner of DSC Solution Challenge 2021. He is studying his undergraduate in NIT Jalandhar. He has also been the technical core member of Developer Student Club NIT Jalandhar. He's also one of the CTO of Cool Edge app, and he has also done some of the internship for Flutter developer and Android developer. And for the above reason, he's one of the most exciting person I've ever met. I was having a discussion in the morning itself. So let's get started. So Praveen, please unmute yourself and let's tell us your journey, from a normal student to a winner. Have you ever thought of winning some hackathon, and that too in a very large scale? And what was your experience? How you started? Everything. Please.
Yeah, thanks a lot. First of all, Sahadev, for my introduction. And first thing, am I clearly audible, or there are any echo issues right now?
Absolutely clear. Absolutely clear.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for this confirmation. So yeah, I will be first talking about if I ever thought of winning this competition. So absolutely no. Actually, so I have just applied it. I was working on my project from few months, and I thought of like I was just very busy in working on that project and make it in a implement it in a real life. If I'm working on it like from few months and like working on it like day and night, and like how we can solve the problem of all the college students, then I thought like it should be implemented in real life, and it should be working in my, at least in my college right now, and in future then we can hope of like implement it in all the colleges of India. So on that time also only I heard of like from my DSC lead that there is a one competition in which we can like participate, which is like about like solving a problem for the local community, that how you can like solve their problems and they will be get ease in their life, like what they are working, what they are doing. And like there was several ideas coming up, like we can do something like for the blind people, how, or deaf and dumb people, like everyone was talking about other problems instead of the problems they were facing themselves. Okay, so we are the students, like are there anything like we don't have problems from the school life, from our school life till like we pass out from the 12th, we prepare for the like JE and all those things, and then we go out to the college, like we have lots of plenty of issues, okay, we face every day. Okay, so I thought of like from the time as in the first year I have faced lots of problems. My friends are complaining about I have already like speaking like administration is not providing such services, we are not getting these issue resources and all those things. Then why not like work upon them instead of like just blaming the system or like administration that they are not providing these things to us? Why not work upon them like to make these things working? If there are 10 issues, that let's at least work upon 8 of them. Okay, so with this simple mind, simple idea, I started working. And as soon as I heard of that competition, I thought of like can I participate in this with this idea? So I thought of like just give it a try, and I molded it in several other ways, like in which I can just from that idea only, so that I don't need to work upon any other idea or project. I took that idea, took that project, all of it, and just participate in that competition. It was just like very simple to participate. You need to just fill a Google form in which they ask you lots of questions, like 10 to 20 questions are there. Just that's it. And then you need to like make a 2 minute of video with all those questions, and you need to participate in it. So that was like very simple idea, like I'm working on this project and I can participate in this competition. I never thought of winning that competition, even about like qualifying that. So that's my motive, like if I'm doing something, then don't think about the results, just work upon the like process.
Okay, Praveen, I have a few questions. So, as you said that you have not like decided to, work on the stereotype, rather you have like identified the problem in your like circumstances, like your society and all, like your day-to-day life, and you have worked on, like you were working before the hackathon came, right? So like I just want to ask one thing, as a first year student, as a second year student, you were not aware of such technologies, such hackathons before, right? But you started learning. So the first criteria should be learn something, understand the problem, right? So like tell me something that a second year student like started learning, and like what was the motivation like of like making such application, or like how, like have you ever thought that, like as you said that there was no like final output, you just try to learn and without thinking about the results? So like what was a motivation, what should be a motivation for second year student?
Yeah, I will just start it with a like very basic example. Like let's say there is a one cricketer, okay, and they are hoping for like playing for a national team. So are they like thinking of that I will play for a IPL or I will play for this? Their ultimate goal is like I will play for my country in the World Cup and I will be winning that World Cup. That's the like their motive. Okay, so like these are IPL for this year, next year, these are like opportunities. So similarly in our way, we can relate it to with the hackathons. But our main motive is like we can start some idea and implement it in real life, and it is working for like thousands of people. So that's our like ultimate goal. Okay, all the hackathons, all the competition are like just opportunities. You have to just work upon one idea. Okay, you don't need to work like 10 to 15 ideas. You need to work upon one idea, just implement it, work upon them, whatever the stack is coming, like if work with the basics. Okay, like let's say I'm working on one project and it has 10 things to work upon. Like it needs to be like ML needs to be integrated, it needs to be like a website is also needs to be there, mobile app needs to be there, iOS, Android, all the things are there. But do I need to learn all the stacks from the first go? Do I need to like learn first ML, then I will learn web development, then I will learn iOS development? No. I will just start with the like development. I started with mobile development. From the time I was like started like learning Android, I was like implementing all those things in one project, like mobile app of my college. NIT Jalandhar, simple idea. Okay. After that, I was like just learning and implementing it. After that, I thought of it like, why not give it a like take it as a startup? Like if it can be implemented for my college, then why not implement it for all the colleges? So that's how like I proceed in that way. So like now coming up to the more question, like what should be the motive of taking participate in a like hackathons? So just I would say hackathons is not about like winning. Okay, it's not like you should win some hackathon. It's necessary for your profile. Hackathons are meant to be like solve some real life problems. It's not about for your winning, about working on some project. Okay, you need to be like take a problem statement. It's need to be solved. It's need to be solved in a real life. Okay, if I take an example, then last year I took participate in a like Smart India hackathon, and like all the friends, all the like students from my college were choosing the problem statement which were like feeling very easy to them. They can implement. Same thing was going with like 90% of the students. They were choosing the most easy problem statement and thinking of that we will implement it in a very easy way. We will build a website, we will do this thing. But think of it, 90% people are doing the same, choosing the same easiest problem statements and implementing them. So what's the unique thing? You will build a website, they will also build a website. Your UI will be might be a little bit better, but will it solve a like most like any real life challenge? No. Pick a problem statement which can in a genuine way solve the real life problem. Okay, so we choose it like a vehicle monitoring system, which was like in the starting thought of it like it can't be done, we can't implement it. It needs a like very high algorithms, very high models of like ML. So we thought of like not choose it, but we give it a try. Then we even reach to the like finals, and our friends who chose it like just build a website, they couldn't like reach to the qualify for the SIH.
So yeah, amazing. So I think we have learned 2 points that choosing easy topics or a project is very easy. But if even though we
Yeah.
look for a harder problem, even though we are not making a very classy UI, but it actually solving. So we need to focus on that. I'll be coming back to that. So yeah, Isha, please, can you please have
Yeah.
some?
Yeah, okay. So I'm having this question in my mind. Like, how did you actually team? Can you suggest some good ways to form a team?
Yeah, I will say like if you want to first of a thing, I would say like when I participated in a DSC solution challenge, then I didn't form the team as it was open to the like individual can also participate. So I didn't form a team and I individually participated in it. Now coming up to your question, like how we should form a team, then first of all, it should not be like a team of your friends. Okay, it should be a team of your like tech stack that you are going to use. If I'm using some project in which like one web developer is needed and one ML guy is needed, then I will choose best of my friend from my connections of friends who is more better at ML. Okay, I will not ask him for the like if you can do this thing, do this thing, do this thing as well. You need to be good at ML. That's it. And one of my teammates should be good at like web development or like mobile development, anything. Because development one side is enough, like either website or like either mobile, be it Flutter or like be it Android, be it iOS, anything can work. But it's need to be like developers should be there. Fine, one ML guy would be fine, and that's how you make a team. Your team should not be like of your friends. Like you have chosen a team of 4 friends, or you all 4 are working on a like Android app, so it shouldn't work. You need to be form a team according to your problem statement. Choose things like this is a hackathon and I am choosing a problem statement like I will be doing this, and discuss it with your friends like how we can do it. If your friends, if you're like those people are giving you good insights, like we can do it in this way, we can do it in this way, I know this is tech and we will implement it in this way. So ask them, talk to them, and then make a team.
Okay, that's great. So what according to you should be the approach of a beginner, like to start with any hackathon and participate in that?
Yeah, like if you are a beginner and you don't have like much knowledge about the like tech stack, you are not familiar with the development, like you don't even know like how to build an app or like basic website, okay, like not HTML, then I would say like don't think of any hackathon, don't think of any competition, just work upon your basics. Start with a like mobile development if you're interested, or website development, anything. Just start with a like some development. Okay, work upon it, give like 5 to 6 months of time, give work upon some like basic projects, like a simple login and sign up app, and then after that like some dummy apps like chatting app. Okay, so chatting app was my like first project that I like clearly worked upon like in a very full way. Okay, so as I was working on like learning Android development, I worked on like how I can integrate like servers. For that I used Firebase, and how I can like make a chatting app, and which can like in the real time I can chat to any of my friends, and then at the same time it can send notifications and all those things. I was never thought of like participating in any competition, winning any hackathon, anything. Just I was working and learning all those things. After that, as I was confident, like I have made some projects, I have done one internship. Now I will like I'm ready to work to participate in these hackathons. Okay, so ideas should be clear for the beginners. Work upon your basics, learn development at a very good, like if you are given a one project, okay, that you need to build this app, then you should be confident that yes, I can build this app in 2-3 days. Not with a like very fully working, but yeah, I can make a prototype in 2-3 days. Then you are good to go to take part in any hackathon or any competition.
Yeah, Isha, do you have any question for this?
You can continue.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was having a question, like, many of the beginners, right? Many of the students, those who are from like first year, second year, they often start learning too many things. Like like being an Android developer, as you said that you went to learn Android development and you created application. So for example, see, like basic interface is fine, connecting to activities is fine, but starting learning for MVVM architecture or Jetpack or so, like is it important to build application with using a lot of like coroutines and architecture models, using the services for a basic application? There is an eco code. Can you please come up? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, like, is it very important to create a very complex application by using one of the hard topic like architecture, services, and all the backend portion? For a newbie, it might be interesting and fascinating, but to a like point of view of a hackathon, like it is more important to solve the problem if we can solve it easily, or it will be much more impactful according to you if we use like heavy complex for like architecture components or services for a perspective of a first year or second year student, because they often might get confused. Like they learn a lot of things implementing everything, but it's not required on the other end of an evaluation process. So what were your experience, please?
Sorry, there. I think if you're working on any like participating in any competition and they have asked you like in 2-3 days you need to work upon this, like make a prototype, then obviously you don't need to like work upon the like code like I need it to be perfect. No, you need to make a prototype and like make them believe that yes, I have made a prototype in 2-3 days, then obviously I can in a period of 2-3 months or like 1 or 2 months I can make the fully working, and like with very good code I can make this project. Okay, so you need to like work with the basic code. Okay, basic code will work, no architecture is required, no like design patterns are required. You can just work with the basic code. Okay, so if I can give an example, like when I was working with like MyCamp as an Android app, I never thought of like these architecture of using them, and I took participate with very basic code. Okay, after that I used like Flutter. After that, as I was like in my last hackathon, I was taking participation. Then I know that how architectures are developed, but these things takes time. But in a hackathon we have 2-3 days of time only. So I just for that participating in that hackathon and making a prototype, I just used very basic things from which I can make the prototype, but not thought of like building the architecture, building the design patterns, building like abstract classes and all those things. Like very basic code and just build a prototype in that meantime, because those organizations don't think of like checking your code. Okay, they mean of like. And the second example I can give you, like when I was participating in SIH, okay, then they need to be like in a ML, you need to improve the accuracy of your model. Okay, so for that there were like several existing libraries were there. So they were asking us to upload our code on GitHub and then checking it throughout. So they were not checking that the code like how we are doing it, but are we using any library to improve that? So their main concern was like we shouldn't be using any library or any open source project so from which we are working on that, because then we are not doing anything, we are just using the work of any other person. So it was the main concern, like you should be doing your on your own, you are not copying the code from any other, work upon your own, and you can like surely in a if you have time and you can make a prototype, then obviously you can make a big project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. Do you have something to ask?
Hello?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I was asking, what should be the 5 important aspects one should remember while making any project in the hackathon?
Yeah, like first of all, I would say like don't work for any project, for any hackathon on competition. Like, is there any echo in my voice?
No, absolutely fine. We will
Okay,
turn our mic pops. Okay, you can continue.
Okay, so first of all, I would say like don't work on any project for any hackathon or competition. Okay, only work upon it if you think that it can solve any real life problem, or like it's the need of an hour. People wants to use it. Take a survey first of all from the students or like people that you think they are the target users. Okay, so take a survey and then ask them like, do you really need it, or like, or are we only like thinking of making this project? Because many times it happens, you find in the survey that we were thinking of it, like implementing it, but people in a real life don't need it. Okay, they don't need like something to come, they are very happy with whatever like right now working and like going through. So okay, so they are happy. Second thing I would say is like work upon them if you're willing to give your best. Okay, and like because many of the times we choose a problem statement on which we don't want to work. Okay, as if I'm an Android developer, then I want to and I don't want to work on an ML project. Okay, and I'm choosing some problem statement which requires most of the ML part. So I shouldn't be choosing it or making a team as an ML guy. Okay, as I know some basics of ML, I shouldn't be taking it as a project for myself. Okay, I should be like then only working upon the development side or like working some ML project or as a developer guy only. Okay, so work. Second point is like clear, like work upon that project only if you are willing to take part in it, or if you are like willing to take it up to the next level. Not only like your project shouldn't be finished after winning that competition, you should take it to the next level. Okay, to solve that in a real life. Third point is like, as I've already said, that don't go with the easiest problem statement, because most of the people will be considering only those easiest problem statements. Take some harder problem steps, because from only those problem statements you will learn a lot, because these are the hard because you don't know it. Otherwise all the problem statements are like of very equal weightage. Okay, another thing is like I would say don't hope for like winning that competition. If you are taking part in it, then just thought of like I'm taking part in it because I know this problem can solve some real life problems. Okay, don't think like this is the prize money, this is the worth of winning that competition. If I win this competition, then I will be getting it. Like right now, this year they will be giving Chromebooks to the top 3 winners. Last year they will be providing like a free trip of 3 days to the California. Then don't think for those prizes or achievements. Think of like, if I'm taking part in it, then it will do this thing, because prizes are like, if you can implement it in real life, then prizes will be like you can't even imagine like what it you can get from it. So I think these are the points that you can consider if you are participating in any hackathon or like getting started.
Yeah, exactly. Praveen, I'll be asking you one question. Please, can you mute yourself? Yeah. Otherwise, it will be. Yeah, that's great. The most important fact, as you said, that motivation should be making it a complete product rather than doing it for sake of participating. And choosing a hard problem, like choosing a problem that is like not sake of participating by choosing an easier one. You should be focusing on a problem to solve exactly for it. So I'll be asking a very simple question that maybe will motivate like many students, those who have joined with us, or many more, those who will be seeing it afterwards. Like many students often confuse that they participate for some reason, when they don't like qualify or they don't win it, they get demotivated and they leave that path of creating an hackathon. Like I'll be asking you like what are the learnings and the lessons that you have received while being a newbie to a hackathon, while you are learning, where you are building in the hackathon, like apart from winning, getting experience, exposure internally as a student mindset, what was your learning? Please, can you please tell some of the points as you have learned?
Yeah, like it's very common with the students. Like they, whenever they participate in any competition and don't win it, then they just lose hope, or like I can't do this. Why I have not won any competition? I have taken participate in like more than 10 competition, and I have not win this, these type of hackathons ever. So what's the problem? Where I'm lagging? Okay, these are the like common thoughts that students face. Okay, so I would just suggest like to don't give a hope. Okay, like just work upon them, work upon your basics, start, never stop learning. Okay, so if you are asking me like for learning, then I will say like first thing will be most important is believe in yourself. You can do anything and you are the best if you are giving your best. Okay, because no one can beat you. You are never number one and you are never the like loser. Okay, just give your best and hope for the best. Second thing will be like never ever underestimate yourself. Okay, so if I can give an example from this statement is like from the time I was taking participate in DSC Solution Challenge, then I never thought of like winning that competition. Okay, so it will be like don't underestimate yourself. Okay, third point will be like don't stop working. If you are working on some project, then continuously working on it. So, every day just give one thing, correct thing, something in your project. Talk to the people like what you are doing, what you are expecting in this project, how we can like improve more. If you are like building something like let's say for example Ola is working and then they are not talking to their drivers like what problems you are facing right now, how we can solve it. They are not conducting any survey, then how will they improve and how will they compete with their competitors? Okay, so third thing is like don't stop working and just talk to your like people on which for them you are solving that problem. Okay, third thing will be like don't go for the easy things. As I have told you earlier, it will be like first learning. Like if you are taken participate in tech hackathons, then you will be like surely check. I have taken these easy problem statement that my friends also took. So then you don't need to take these because you need to work upon those things that you don't know and you need to learn from them. So that if you have taken participate in 10 hackathons and you have chosen 10 harder problems, then you will learn a lot from those 10. And if you are taking participant for the 11th time, then you have a lot of experience, lot of learnings from them, so that you can take participate in another hackathon as a experience of those 10 hackathons, and you will surely win it because you have lots of learning now, you have lots of experience now, and you know how to deal with it. So like according to me, all those are the learnings from my side. Like just one thing is like don't stop learning and don't stop working. Give your best and expect for the best.
My fellow anchors having some question. Isha, yeah, do you have something to ask, clarify or something, doubts? Isha, yes,
Okay, yes. So, Praveen, this is my last question.
Yeah.
What will be your message to all the newbies who are going to start building the project in DSC Solution Challenge this year?
Yeah, if you're like participating this year in the like DSC Solution Challenge, then like they have given us 7 sustainable development goals. Okay, you know these are the themes like life below water or like zero hunger and all those things. Themes are there. Then you need to just like choose a theme, and if you're newbie or like I hope if you're participate in it and you are familiar with the like development, all those things. If you are not, like just explore all those things. Like lots of resources are there. First, make yourself comfortable with one tech stack. Okay, be it like Flutter, Android native, or like iOS, or like website. It can be anything. Form a team with not necessarily with your friends, but with the like if you are working on the website, then ask someone who can like work upon the like major UI part, or like some other guy who will be like from a different tech stack. Okay, so you will be having a variety. Discuss with them like what project we can choose, what theme we can choose, which will be like working, which can solve a major real life problem. Okay, you can't be choose it like which can't have an impact. Okay, we will build this, and but it doesn't have any impact. It is not solving any real life problem. Okay, it is like just making an app which is like okay, we will use it, and it was not problem existing. Okay, so you can choose any problem statement like that way, choose it which can have a greater impact on the very big scale. Okay, after that, forming your team and like choosing the problem statement, you need to just make a prototype of it, like how it front end and like it back end integrated. So just work upon your basics and start from those things.
Exactly. So it was a great message out there. So yeah, so I can learn all the things. Being this year, even I am also excited to be a participant this year. So like the major focus should be for any person will be learning, not to the ultimate end result. We should be loving the process, not the end result, and always choose for a like topic or a problem statement that not need to be the tough one or the easy one, but it should actually solve a problem in a real life rather than taking a topic which is being taken a lot of students. And according to you, as you said that technology, I think technology doesn't matter whether we are using machine learning or web or Android. The exact problem solution should matter. Like, what is your point? Like, do any particular technology is getting a bit of like extra advantage over your thought, or like any technology we can choose, like problem solving or like making it a ultimate product is the ultimate goal? Like, just last question from my side.
I would say like biased opinion from my side, because like as I was earlier, I was working as a like only Android developer. Then I like Flutter, and from that time I just learned Flutter because it can it helps me like building a like Android app as well, like iOS app as well as the like website. And now I can like we can use it for like building a Windows or Linux apps as well. Okay, so it is like biased opinion, I would say, because no one can tell you from that like general very clear answer, because no one has used or explored all the technologies. From my opinion, whatever the technologies I have used, Flutter is the best choice from my side. Like if you are like newbie and wants to start your like development journey, I would suggest like go with Flutter. It is very easy to use. Like language is also Dart language they use. It is also very easy to use, and you can learn like Android, iOS as well as website. You can build from it.
Exactly.
So tech stack is like this way.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly, and all the newbies for coming this year, we have, I think everybody knows that Google officially has given a resource file. If anybody wants to go and learn, they can visit the portal before making the team. And as you said, that important part is that not pairing up your friends is to understand the stack, the technologies that we're using. Important is that. So that's great from our end. So shall we like proceed to your own presentation? I think you have bring some surprises for our audiences. So we are running out of time then. So can you please share your screen and have a more discussion that what you want to share, like according to you?
Yeah, sure. Like I would, because in a chit chat, things might not be clear to the audience, and in that like with the like presentation, I would like to share my like all the experience and my journey of winning that competition last year, as well as like how they can like prepare themselves to participate in the upcoming Solution Challenge 2021.
Exactly. Please, it will be really great. So can you please, is it visible? Like share screen option.
Yeah, just a minute. Like, is it visible?
Is it visible? Completely visible.
Completely visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to start now. So hey guys, welcome to this session on the Solution Challenge, where I will be sharing my experience of winning this competition last year, as well as like how you can win this competition and like can present your project in a better way. So let's begin with my introduction first. Like I have not given my complete introduction myself, as I would say thanks to the Sohardya for giving my introduction. So now, like I'm Praveen Agarwal, pre-final year student from NIT Jalandhar. I have done some internships in the field of like mobile development and currently exploring Flutter. Apart from that, I'm also like founder and CTO at Coolage, and right now, which is a startup inspired by our idea from MyCamp. Okay, MyCamp, which is like won the Solution Challenge 2020. So here I am presenting with you all my journey of DSC Solution Challenge 2020 and how you can participate in it. So first, let's begin with the MyCamp. So here it is, MyCamp. MyCamp here represents for my campus. Okay, so as you know, it is dedicated for all the college students who finds lot of difficulties in their college life. I, being a college student myself, can easily relate to all those difficulties. So I think you guys know and can understand the motivation behind working on this project. Actually, when I got admitted to my college, from that time only, I faced lot of difficulties. Not only me, but also lots of my friends were complaining about all those things. But you have to wait for a long time in canteen, to get your order, take your order and eat it. And if you have lost anything, during your events, and there is no way to getting it back. Lots of college notices are there, lots of clubs are there about which you can't get any official information, what these clubs are doing, how they, what's the orientation process of them, and what are the events they are conducting, and all those things. Okay, so I just started working upon them with a very simple motive to just make a mobile app. I don't know right now Android development in that much, but I will surely learn thing and implement it in my Android app. Okay, so after lots of months of hard work and very basic app I built, and I would want to show you a 2-minute video in which you can get a very brief or idea what was the idea major and what were the features of that app. Okay, so I will play a video. Please, is the audio audible or not?
Audible, completely audible.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Naveen, I think I'm sorry, but I think voice is not audible from your. So can you please?
Yeah, that's what I asked in the earlier, is the audio
Yes.
audible?
So we have seen the visuals. You can explain from the visuals itself.
No. Audio was coming from the video, so no problem. I think all the features are clear to everyone. So these were the major features. We were integrating canteen side and to get the food ordered from the hostel rooms, and then the canteens can deliver all those orders in the hostel themselves to the students, so that they don't need to wait for those orders, bill in the getting queued in the line and then waiting for the orders to be picked, cooked, and then take it back. And it just this process just waste their 1 hour to get just the order. Okay, apart from that, we build lots of features like hostel, from where like you can, if you have any complaint regarding hostel, then you can just do it from the mobile app. Apart from that, like if you need a gate pass, or like wants to turn your like mess turn or off, or like getting the checking the mess menu, then you can do all those things as well from the mobile app. Apart from that, like we were building a like college feed for all the college students, from which like you can get a view idea like what my other students are doing, okay, all the what is going throughout the college. Like instead of just making a individual WhatsApp group of all the branches and all the year, you can just make up one feed of your college, okay. So that if any let's suppose this event is conducting, and I know like all the 100% of your students of your college are not aware about this session, okay. What you guys were be doing, like just sending a mail and then sharing the posters and the like message in your WhatsApp group, okay. So how it can be better, like you might be sharing this on also on like LinkedIn, Facebook, on Insta, but is it reaching the right audience? Because your aim is to like reach to the every student of your college, but from Insta, can you reach out to every student of your college? From LinkedIn, can you reach out to the every student of your college? No, not at all. From not even from your like WhatsApp, okay. But from your college app, what you can do is like you just need to post it at one place in your mobile app, okay. So at the time you post it, so who will be like interested, okay. Like if I'm not interested, then I will not surely like not check the LinkedIn, not check the Instagram, not check my mobile app, but I will just surely check if I'm not interested, I will not do anything. But if I'm interested to participate in any session or something, then I will like check that mobile app. If I'm ordering something, then only like feed will come to the home page, okay. And from that only I can see like what's going throughout the college, what the events are coming, upcoming events, and then like lots of things are there, okay. And the major feature that as audio was not clear, I've explained in a very better way in that video. Like the most important thing was about like connecting the students together, okay. Let's say I have talked about like how I can team up for the upcoming hackathons, okay. As I have like a very less number of network connections, that my friends are not like developer side, okay. They are doing something like in a cultural, they are dancing, they are like music, or like they are in a acting way, okay. They are not in a tech stack. So how I will team up for my upcoming hackathon? So what I built is like in a mobile app for your college, you can you can check all the students of your college according to the tech stack, okay. Like who are the Android developers, who are like website developers, who are like ML enthusiasts, who are like working as a data scientist, or all those things, all those like tech stack. So what you need to do is, if you want to like participate in any hackathon and you are like Android developer, and you need one of your like website developer in there and wants to work, or let's say you are working on Android development project, and you need a help of any of your senior, that how I can break this, how can solve this problem. So what you will do is open your app, just go through like search for the Android developers. From that you will get a list of all the Android developers in your college that you were like not aware earlier, okay. So you will like just check the profiles, who you might find like these are their projects, these are their internships that they have done. You will check like, yeah, this person is like perfect fit for being me as a mentor. They will be like very perfect mentor for me. You will send a request to them like that please guide me on this project. I'm working on this project from the long time, and I'm not aware like how I can solve this problem. So as they are like from your college, they are your seniors, they will be always willing to help you, okay. No one can deny you like no, sorry, I don't have time, or they will might be busy, but they will give you a like proper time that please meet me at this time and I will surely help you, okay. So that way like you can make your connections, because even I don't know like every student from my class, okay. So if I don't know every student from my class, then how I can expect that I will be knowing all the students from the other branches, from the other years, like what they are doing, what projects they are working. So it should be like very healthy competition, okay. So that's all like I have explained in that 2 minutes of video, but I have taken up more than 2 minutes of time.
No, Praveen, can you kindly share the link of the video in the chat box? So that
Yeah, sure.
And I'll be taking one more question from our audience, also co-team. Like one question, if you can please brief on it, like how to present our ideas in front of the judge. Any tips?
yeah, like if you want to present your idea, then the better way is like how you how you started it. Okay, what was your idea or motivation behind working on that project, and like why you are doing it. Okay, if you can explain like why you are doing it, if you are telling them like I'm taking part in this competition to win this competition, okay, then they will be clear like this is not the way you should be working on it. Okay, you should be clear like why you are taking participate in it, and how you have started, what is the motivation behind starting that project. And if you are working like let's say I have built this app and they have asked me of like 2-minute video, and I have given them like I'm presenting this in the 2-minute video. What can I have done is like I can like just make a video of myself and then just talking about for 2 minutes like this is my project, and that problem I'm solving, that will be the solution, and like this is the major USP for that. But I've not done this way. What I've done is like I have simple made a screen recording of my app that I'm doing this and I have built this. I'm not telling you that I will build this, but I have done this. Okay, this is the major idea. Like you don't need to tell them like I will be doing this, but what you have done. They're interested in like, have you done this? Are you? If you're telling like tomorrow I will be showing this work. Okay, so they will wait for tomorrow. Okay, you were telling me that you will finish your work by tomorrow. So have you done this? Have you done your work? Now, yes, I have done this. Then judges will be happy like you are fulfilling their expectations. Okay, so that's how like you need to present yourself.
Okay. So you can continue, and we can take another question after a few times. Okay, I have one question I can see. Okay, no issue. Continue,
Yeah,
please.
sure. Yeah, sure. So guys, like as you've seen the video of MyCamp, and I hope most of the features are now clear to you all. But as you participate in DSC solution challenge, then you have to like very clear about with your project that what's the problem statement, what's your solution, and what's the USP of your project. Okay, so let's start with the first problem statement. And as I have told you earlier, that problems are all around the college, and I was not observing only for my college, but for all colleges with future perspective that in the future I will be scaling it to all the colleges. Then will it work or not? So as students come, they need to know a lot about their college. Okay, but which cannot be found on the like college website, because it meant to be the like for the college administration, for the like all the notices are there, or the like holidays are there. So college website are meant to be like for the college administration only. So after that, like they need students come and they need like lots of services till the end of their college life, be it laundry, be it like buying stationery items, canteen, or like cycles on rent for the colleges which are like very large in campus area, or like buying and selling of old items, be it like books or like crafters, or it can be like laptops. So I was facing all those problems, and so if I tell you in one line, then it's about like providing all those services to students from the click of a button and connecting all the students to each other. So now let's move on to the solution. Okay, so I hope solution is very clear to everyone after watching that video, like what the features we have integrated in that app, and like what all about like MyCamp, that how we have implemented all those things in a very appropriate way. But do you think that was the problem, like building a mobile app? No, but actual solution was not like building a mobile app, but building a make a like a sustainable plan through which like we can work upon that, like how we can tie up with the canteens, hostels, or like stationery shops, other services, and just making a proper like why all they will collaborate with us, how we will generate revenue, etc. So when you are like working on something, then it's not about building a mobile app, but building a like proper sustainable plan for the extent of your startup. And if you are participating in like Google DSC solution challenge, then you need to really think upon all those parameters. So source of revenue was very clear to I think clear to all of you. Like it was like by providing all the services. Like if we are providing some college canteen, then revenue will not be an issue. Okay, and the app use time, because if you are building an app and no one is using it, then it will be an issue. Okay, so that we were increasing that app use time by providing a like feed of their college and like connecting all students together, because if the connections are growing, then your app use time will be also be grow. Okay, so like favorite feature is like I have like I think about a favorite feature, like to connecting everyone and making everyone friends. Because I know that many of the students don't even know most of their classmates. So students from the year, what they are doing, what they are pursuing, and like on which tech and projects they are working. Then just open the app, search for your year and branch, and then check what your classmates are doing, what your other students from other branches are doing. Okay, check out their profile, talk to them, and work on project. Okay, and enjoy your college life. So it's all like about my camp, what problem we are solving, and how we are like making an impact for the college students. So I think now head over to the scalability and the like future of this project. Yeah, do you have anything to ask or there?
Yeah, I have a question. So, are you free to
Yeah, yes.
ask one answer? Yeah. So, one of our audience, Abhash Singh, is asking that I am very experienced in C++, but I am newbie to DSA, data structure and algorithm. Like, is it good to participate in a hackathon without having any preparation in DSA? Like, how do you take this question? Like, is it important, like data structures and algorithms, because it's a part of a co-curriculum in very academic for engineering students? So, like, is it
Yeah, 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 everyone is like very good to go if you're like your fundamentals are clear. Okay, you should not be like very deep understanding of all those algorithms or like DSA concepts, but you should be like aware of what data structures are there. Like there are map, there are like arrays, linked list, or like trees and vectors are there. You should be aware about them, I would say, because whenever like if you are facing any problem and you are like aware about like graphs, and like graphs is like about non-linear data structure, and it is like connecting the nodes. Okay, you should be like aware about them. Only that much is enough. Map, like if you should be in aware, like map are like storing the data list in a key value pair. That's enough. Okay, you should not be aware about their algorithm, how they are doing it, what are the good algorithms, like what types of trees are there. If you are aware, then that's enough.
Okay, I can see another question in the chat box by Sharanya. How to find the right audience? Like if we make a project, how would correct our audience find us?
Like for that, doing your publicity in the right community is better way. Okay, if I take this, like let's say this session is a problem. Okay, this session is the like project, and I want to like make a publicity for this session to the right audience. Okay, and let's say I'm sharing about this session on the Facebook, where most of the youth from our side don't use Facebook right now. Okay, the Facebook is the, according to me, obviously, is now meant to be like for the families most of the times. Okay, most of the people are like right now on LinkedIn, Insta, or WhatsApp only. Okay, and you are doing a publicity on the Facebook, then will it like find a right place to it? No, not at all. So right target is like doing a publicity from the WhatsApp in the groups of those students. Like you can do it like 2-3 times, or sending a mail, like very proper mail, that what session, what about the session, who will be there, like what we will be doing there, and for what time. So like in the same way, if you are building some project and it is meant to be like for the college students, then do it in your like college groups. Make a like making pamphlets at the right time in the college themselves. And let's say if you are like make some edtech project, like it is helping for the like 11th and 12th class students, from which like they can learn, they can know like how to solve those physics question, and you are providing counseling to them. But you are doing the publicity in your college WhatsApp groups, and doing a like making pamphlets on all those things and putting them in your college, then will it really help for your publicity? Not at all. You need to do their publicity in the like, let's say in the quota like where all the coachings are there for the 11th and 12th class. So that's the right way. Find your audience where they are and do their publicity there.
Okay, I can see another question by Suhani. If we want to learn Flutter as a newbie, what should be the right approach?
Yeah, like right approach, I wouldn't say like I can share my experience. I was like Android developer from the starting, and I started it like from first I knew that if I want to learn Android, then I need to know Java. Okay, as I didn't waited for my like college curriculum to teach us like any programming language, I studied on my own. I just worked with like C, learned some concepts of C, and then just I worked upon like Java, like what is like OOPS structure, OOPS, and all those things. And then as I was like learning Java, then I lose a hope. Like I was not understanding much. Like what is this, and like what are objects, what are the classes, all were like going over the head. Okay, so I thought of like giving up, and like just issued some books from library as well. So I thought of like, okay, leave it. It's not from my side. Okay, so after that, as soon as I was like just giving up, I thought of like, why not? I have an interest in Android development, not in Java. Okay, so just give a try to the Android development first and leave Java behind. Okay, so I just started with Android development, and then I just started making like some UI and like making some XML code, and like I was like making proto UI. Okay, after that, as I was gaining some like confidence, I was building something. Then I implemented all the Java learning from them in my app. Okay, so from the as I was working upon them, I was learning Java also. Okay, so it is not like learning something 100%, but like be sure to know a little about it. Okay, after that, like learn from the YouTube channel and learn from the Google, and then implement it. After implementing it, you will learn all those things in the second time when you are implementing it. So what I can share my experience about what is my approach if I find like how to build it. Okay, let's say I want to save a data to my Firebase. Firebase is like a server in which provides a database like where you can store your data. Okay, but I don't know like how I will save it or how I will do it. So what I will do is I will just Google it, like how I can save my data to Firebase. Okay, it will give me some steps like you can this way. First step is this one, second step is this one, third step is this one. But if I don't know like what exactly it is, but I will do as they are suggesting me, like this is the step one, then I will follow this, then I will follow this, then I will follow this. So at that time, not 100% things are not clear to me. But when I do this for the second time, okay, when I'm needing it, like I need to store the data for the second time, then obviously, believe me, all the things are clear to me. I will just go through the Google and those steps. I will check those steps, and like automatically these I find myself very comfortable with all those steps. So that's the thing I will suggest for the Flutter as well. If I tell you, then you can like just YouTube all those concepts, like find a very good YouTube channel. I don't know, like I have come from the Android background, then I just started Flutter development without learning from any YouTube channel or like from any course. But for Android, I can suggest one Udacity course is there for provided by Google. You can use it for learning Android development.
Absolutely, Praveen. So yeah, do you have something left in the PPT? Right, you can start and we can take some other questions.
Yeah, like I have like it will take 10 minutes of time. I think after that we can take all the questions from the audience.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So guys, like I think I have not explained this. So here it is, like the future of MyCamp. So most of you might be wondering why Kool-Aid and not MyCamp. So it's because of like some problems with the name MyCamp, as people were pronouncing it in like many different ways. Like many of were relating it to like MI mobiles and had a lot of the things. So we just thought of like why not give it a try like with a name which will be resembling more with a college. Okay, so we choose it as like Kool-Aid, and we successfully tested it and launched it in NIT Jalandhar. And now in future we are planning to launch it in many other colleges in India. But you know, like because of the lockdown, as colleges are not open right now, we couldn't launch it. It is like right now exactly 1 year from the time our colleges were locked down. So that's it about the Kool-Aid. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed my journey of Solution Challenge 2020, and now it's your time to participate in Solution Challenge 2021. How you can participate, what's the timeline, who will be the winners, prizes, theme, I will share all the details in brief. So first let me give you a brief about like Solution Challenge. I know you guys are like already aware about it, but let's check out a short video demonstration of Solution Challenge 2021. So I think like audio will not be like there, but I will play this one.
It's not audible from any one of us.
Yeah. So I think we can skip this video. It is like it was just demonstrating that like Solution Challenge 2021. So let's just head out to this one now. if you're like excited to participate in this amazing challenge, then I think you should guys not be waiting for it. Just start with it, and just like you need to, first of all, you need to create a team of like up to 4 mates. From them, like one, at least one student needs to be like from a DSC. Other three can be like without a DSC team as well. Okay, choose a theme on which you will work and register yourself for the competition. While registering, you need to like enter your details, like theme on which you will work and tech involvement, etc. After registration, you are like very good to go. Build your product, test it, and like submit. Now I think let's discuss in very little bit more details. Okay, so in last year's solution challenge, there was like no very strict thing, as like they were challenging us to like build something for the local community, and which sort of like becomes like a very open innovation. But this year they have like chosen it as like United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which includes like no poverty, zero hunger, life below water, etc. So out of all those 17 themes, you need to choose one theme and build your product which makes greater impact. Okay. After the submission, your product will be judged on the basis of like impact as well as technology. Impact will contribute towards like 60 marks and tech towards 40 points. Okay, but keep it in mind that for building a product, you need to at least use one Google tag, be it Firebase, be it like Google Cloud, or it can be TensorFlow, etc. After the judgment, Google will choose like top 3 as final winners, but top 50 teams will also be recognized as winners and will get lots of benefits as well. Okay, so top 50 teams will get mentorship from Google. Other than that, top 10 teams will also get the mentorship from Google, but apart from that, they will be getting a like Pluralsight subscription featured on like Google Blog, Demo Day live on YouTube, etc. And top 3 teams will be getting a like Chromebook, and as well as like a private meeting with the Googlers. So like prizes are really very attractive, but believe me, if you win this competition, it will be like very unforgettable experience for you. Okay, so now as you have like understand all about like solution challenge and how to participate and all the things, now let's come to the most important thing and the core thing of solution challenge, the product that I'm telling you again and again, like what should be the product, what should be the problem statement that you will be using to solve the like real life problem. So how you will build this product, and you all have seen like MyCamp, which won the solution challenge because of its like ability to create impact and the scalability factor. For getting started, you will choose one theme, think about the problem which you can solve, build the product, be it mobile app, website, ML model, etc. Build it and test it. DSC provides a lot of online help to make you like understand what's a good product and how to work upon it. Lots of online sessions are conducted which you guys can watch and learn. On the Google DSC website, you can find lot of resources which you can use and work upon them according to your convenience. Like you will get amazing content from Design Sprint, which is really awesome. Go and check out and you will learn a lot. Along with that, DSC conducts lots of tech workshops throughout the year. Like recently they have conducted Android study jams where like all the content was given and you can learn Android development from those great speakers. So even if you're not much comfortable with tech, then also give it a try, learn and build. So guys, that's all from my side. And like it was all about the like PPT. I'm open to all the questions right now. So are there
exactly.
Whatever the
exactly. So we are having some intimidating questions. One of the question asked from Shivam Mishra is that if, for example, if there is a scenario like there is a probability, there is a probability that someone is selected on the same problem, then what to do in such situation? Like for example, there are 17 different categories. If somebody is selected on the same problem, and like how to face that situation?
Yeah, like theme can be like common to most of the people, but like in that particular theme, you need to choose a problem statement. If I'm choosing like zero hunger as a theme, then in that zero hunger, a problem statement can be very different. Okay, for that I can be choosing it like as a let's say for I want to remove the hunger. Okay, I want to provide a like free food packets to the beggars. Okay, so it can be my one of my problem statement. For others, it can be like they are processing their waste material, and from that waste material they are cooking something, and then they are providing that to someone. Other problem statement can be like you are getting a waste material from the like langars or like from the college's waste material. From there you are getting some food, and then there you are distributing. So problem statement can be very different.
Okay, so there's another question by Krishna. Which language is best to code in Android Studio, Java or Kotlin?
You're like you can use any language. It is like not preferred, but Google have chosen it like as an official language as a Kotlin. But if you are like just started learning to Android development, then I would prefer like choose it as Kotlin. But if you like in your school time, like most in the ICSE board, most of the students learn like Java. Then if you know Java like basics of it, then you can go on with Java as well. But if you want to be like very professional in Android development and want to choose your career as an Android developer, then choose it as a Kotlin.
Okay, there's another question by Rajiv. In a hackathon, how to find the right person from respective domain? What should be our approach in making team?
Like I think we have taken this question earlier as well. So
Okay, I'm how to deal with the pressure if we get stuck at some point in the project and deadline is approaching?
Nice question.
sorry, please can you repeat it again?
How to deal with the pressure if we get stuck at some point in the project and deadline is approaching?
Yeah, like that's very tricky question. Like because if you like get stuck in somewhere, like find the reason for it. First thing is like most probably the reason it might be like if you are facing some bug, okay, and you don't know like how to fix that bug. Then you can ask help from your like some of your seniors or someone like so that if they have like great experience in that particular stack, then they will easily find that bug because they are like bugs are like very common. Okay, then they can easily find it out. Or if like you are stuck in some problem because of like your issue, like you are not getting like this is the problem, I have choose this problem statement and I don't know like what will be the business plan for it. Okay, then you need to like really think upon yourself, like why I choose this idea and like what needs to be there. Okay, business plan, and then like how I will generate a revenue, and all those things need to be there. You need to think over them. You can't like get most of the help from others for those things because this is your idea and you need to think over them. Okay, so for if you are stuck, then just feel free to ask someone, your seniors or others.
So yeah, we have another interesting question from Group Shri. So the question is basically like if somebody has, I'll be explaining it, has taken a part in a hackathon and somebody has created an idea or a project, but suddenly if you come to know that it has been already being done and you're also working for the same project. So what should be the right attitude to change such and certain things at the last moment, or what should be the attitude for that? Like after coming to know that the project are same or the product or some sort of like that is same. So how to deal with it?
Yeah, like I would say like this has happened to me in the like very few days ago, like on like I would say 24 and 25 Feb. Okay, working on one hackathon by Vadodara Hackathon, it was the name, and like in that we were working on like buying and selling of the like old books like for the college university. Okay, so we were working on that problem statement. Along with us, like 3-4 teams were also there. Okay, working on that same problem statement, but the approach of all the teams were very different. Some were providing like suggesting that they will just allow only the donation of their books on their portal. Okay, some were saying that we will allow only the buying and selling of those items on those that problem. We were allowing that you can donate, you can buy or sell, as well as you can rent. Okay, on that portal. Some were doing something, so approach was different, but problem was the same. So that the team having the most appropriate solution and the very efficient solving it in a very efficient way, that will win. Because problem is there, but lots of way platforms are doing it in a very different way. Because you can see problem is like about the like social media. Okay, so there are like Instagram, there are LinkedIn, there is Twitter, there is Facebook, there are lots of things are there, but they are dealing with like in a very different way. Twitter is dealing with like the most, if you are celebrity or something, then it comes with a like Twitter. If you are like very friends, family, or then it comes with Facebook. If you are like for enjoyment, then it comes with Instagram. For a professional life, it comes with LinkedIn. So problem is same, but the approach is different.
As you said that your application was ranking the book name and all, somebody was selling, somebody was just taking. So you created a unique solution that created our own market for it, right? So yeah, that's a very important thing. And one of the
Yeah.
question I can see from Sohani is that how much it is important to have some users before submitting the project, like how much it is important to get feedbacks and like get like 2 3 4 opinions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very necessary like to, if you're like participating in solution challenge, then you need to really test it and like take a survey of like your beta testing. Like if like, I think I would say like 200 to 300 of users will be enough for like beta testing, but you need to test it like and get a feedback from them. If I talk about my project, like my camp, then I like make a very basic UI and UX of my project. Okay, and like just putting all those things together, and then I just test it. Okay, after that, after launching it in my college, I took the like conducted a survey and asked all my friends like, did you like it? What are the problems you are facing? How was the UI and how was the UX? After that, like, they provided me lots of suggestions, lots of like, this is a problem and you can solve it in this way. I was like taking help from my like DSC mates, like this is the UI and please can you suggest me like what can be the like better code color for this, code combination for this. Okay, so they were suggesting me like you can use this color so that it will be like very vibrant and very user flexible. Okay, so these are the things you need to like do the beta testing and ask all your mates like how I can improve it.
Yeah, that's a very,
Okay.
very important point.
Yeah.
Like, always,
Yeah.
I think we have another question. Is that can we have? Yeah,
Can
please,
we,
Isha, can you take it?
can we have teammates from different colleges?
Yeah, sure. Like the only restriction is that you need to have a one DSC mate in your team. Okay, that member should be like part of DSC, not necessarily over like DSC core team, but part of a DSC. All other 3 members can be like from any college. They can be anyone.
Okay, there's another question. What's the future of Android development? Like it can be greater than web development. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very like, I would say, funny question, because you think of like, will you be using only websites in the future, or will you be using only the mobile apps in the future, or do you think like there is going to be any end to the WhatsApp or like these apps, or like do you think what WhatsApp is going to be replaced by the like WhatsApp website? So no, both things are like at their own place, and they are like most like comfortable, like they will be used for a like very long time
They do have a
until your
different
like
market
career.
base. Like they both are operating in a different market. For a fast
Yeah.
market, we use Android application. For a B2B, we use web applications and so on. So, like one more question I'll be taking, and I'll be wrapping up the session because we are running out of time, I think. And absolutely, you're working so hard. You gave your valuable time for our community as well as you have came as our chief guest. So we're really grateful for you and wishing you all the best for the next hackathon. Like hope to see you coming again and again for these talks and chit chats. Right. So yeah, any question from the audience? We'll love to take one last question, and we'll be wrapping up the session from Praveen. Yeah. Anyone wants to take any guidance, any suggestion, anything that you are missing, any missed questions, any important tricks, tips you want to take from the professional person like the winner itself? I think most of the students has already asked. Isha, can you see any question coming up?
Okay, there's another question. Should we use open source or not?
I would not suggest to use open source because it will kill your creativity. Okay, because you don't have anything to learn much in it. You will be just like changing it. Like if you have used any like let's say you need to integrate a chatting part in your project, okay, then you can use it. Okay, if you want to like take a help, then use it open source. Like you can use like chatting part, you get the idea, like you get a project how you can integrate your chatting part in your app, then it's fine. Okay, if you are taking help for some one or other feature, then it's fine, but don't use like for the whole project. Okay, then if you, let's say if your idea is only on like for building a chatting app, then don't use like for some open source
Exactly.
chatting part.
We can usually take an API and we can put in our application and we can make one test. But I think Rather than
Yeah.
calling an API, we can build our own architecture. Like for a long run, I think that will also enhance the quality of education and learning. Yeah.
Correct.
So I think we are good to go now. Like, do we have any one more
Okay.
questions? Thank you. So yeah, Shiva, we satisfied from your answer, and even we all are. So like, also agreeing with the point you said that long-term goals should be there rather than using a shortcut method or copying or implementing. That will kill the yeah. Also, thank you for the session. Okay, Praveen, I think we are at the last minute of our session. It was awesome for having you in house, and I hope every audience, those who have joined from LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and this like official portal, have enjoyed a lot and they have got to know a lot of things. One last suggestion or one last motivation from your side, being a enthusiast, technical enthusiast, being a leader, being a founder, being a like technical geek or being a student, please. One suggestion or anything you want to say. Last note, yeah, please.
Yeah, last thing I would suggest, like as an advice to all the students, like for myself as well, that please don't stop learning. Learning should be like continuous. Learn at least one thing every day and just implement it in a real life. Okay, if you are learning something and if you have seen like one YouTube video that how we can do it, then do it in a real life. Okay, then only you can like keep it in a mind for a very longer period of time, because things we learn is also like in our classroom, and we just whatever we learn, we need to revise it and just write down it in your exam papers, but you don't keep it remember for the very long time. But if you are implementing it in a real life, then you will remember it for your whole life, I would say. So just learn something every day and just implement it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Praveen. And I think we are good to go now. One last question from my side, being an audience. Okay, so what should be the motivation? Like often we start a journey. For example, you are climbing a hill, right? We are making a project compared. Many a times that we get demotivated, we get bugs, we are unable to solve. Like what should be the motivation? Like anything we are working on, technology we are learning, we are working. So what was your motivation? Like whether it was like fixing a bugs at the last hours in the morning, or it was like getting a complete product. Like what was your motivation, or what should be a motivation for a general people, like the youth?
Yeah, exactly. Like I would first thing I would say is like if you are doing something and you need motivation to do that work, okay, then please don't do that work. Okay, I have heard that from like Elon Musk. Someone asked him like, what is the like motivation? You are working so hard. He just replied like, if you are doing something and you need motivation to work that, you need Sandeep Maheshwari to videos to work on that part, then please don't do this. Okay, if you are like learning and doing like JEE preparation and you need Sandeep Maheshwari at the night to like I would like just prepare myself for the whole night and learn from that, then I will crack the JEE and like just go into the IIT, then please don't do this. Don't prepare for the JEE. Just prepare it if you want to do that part. Okay, if you are interested enough. Okay, so as I was telling you that I wanted to become like Android developer from the starting. Okay, so I just started working on like Java and then Android developer, but I lose hope in Java because I was not interested in Java, but I can start the Android development because I was interested in it. Okay, so motivation comes from when you are interested in something. Okay, if you are interested, then just give it a try. You will never lose hope because you want to be. Okay, if you're like playing games, then you are like, you don't find any motivation. You don't even like think of that word motivation because you are interested in it. You will play for like longer hours because you don't even know, I'm interested, I'm doing it. Okay, so don't think of that even word motivation, what it is, how it will be get. Just work upon the things in which you are interested, and just then you are good to go. Like you will just start your day and end your day with only one thing.
Exactly.
You are
so you don't need reasons to
interested.
start. Like starting itself is a reason. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was an amazing suggestion. I'll surely keep it in mind throughout my journey of development. And thanks a lot, Praveen, for being with us, giving your valuable time from your busy schedule. And I also believe that this time, DAC Solution Challenge, behalf of Lovely Professional University Developer Student Club, will be an amazing. We are glad to have you again. So it was great, man, having you on board. So yeah, thanks a lot. So signing off. And anything else?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot as well, Bose and Isha, for like inviting me, and to all the team like working behind this session. To all those like Bhaves as well for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to speak, for like sharing my experience of previous and as well as like some insights about the upcoming challenge.
Exactly.
So thanks a lot for this as well.
I'd like to thank our DSC lead, Mr. Bhavesh Mali, our management lead, Suraj, our core members, Sharanya, Manish, Anmol, our graphics team and content team as well. So they have done an amazing job for bringing on board. So yeah, thanks team for this efforts, and we hope that we'll be bringing such more events in future too. So thank you, signing off.
Yeah, thanks a lot.